So like everyone else, I was livid with this Jacksonville video where like, I saw like the young black male and the police officers smashing his window, punching him. They dragged him out the car. In fact, furthermore, I'm actually gonna play it. Yeah, I think if I play it, it'll be easier. But there's been another video that the police have released today. So I'm gonna play the first one. This is the one that I saw, and then I'm gonna play the.
When he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door because my window don't work, right? Okay. And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, okay. There's multiple people headlights off, first of all, and then there's no rain. It doesn't matter. You're still.
I'm just gonna forward it. I'm gonna forward it to the part that because they have a little back and forth. And have a little back and forth, and then I'm gonna forward it to the bit where the police they kind of act a little bit erratically.
Right. Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands.
Here. I'm here. What is your reason, sir? Step out. What is your reason? Step out now. All right. No, don't. Get on the ground.
Stop fighting!
Now, see, to me, I don't think there's ever gonna be a reason why you need to start hitting him in the head. It's obviously clear that they're under control. There's a lot of you there. You've all managed to get him out the car. So now it's about them losing their head. Now I only saw that video. I didn't see the one. I'm about to show you another one now. There's another video that the police show from their point of view because they've got body cam as well. And I'm going to show that video and maybe talk through that one. But this one, when I saw this one, I was going mad. I was thinking, and even this, it's not really a reason to. You've grabbed him and there's loads of you on him. You broke a window. You've got him under control. You can't tell me 4 police officers have got him and he's not under control. The reason why they did this is because they're irritated with what happened before. So this just shows you that it's not just a power trip thing, but it's like a thing of, oh, I'm irritated now. You've irritated me. Now I'm going to act out of character or in character, either or. But this is what happened. This is what happens day to day. What the man them have to deal with. This is what man have got to deal with. We've got to deal with police officers' irritations. We've got to deal with we can't be irritated, but they can. We can't feel away, but they can. They're bad days when they're having bad days. They've had a bad day at home and stuff like that. We've got to deal with that day to day. Now, I'm not saying his whole conduct was right. I don't know about his whole ins and outs of actually his lifestyle. I'm not, because there's talking about it was a civil issue where they stopped him and lots of stuff. It was a traffic stop, all this type of stuff. But I'm going to play the second video so you guys can see what that from their point of view, because they're saying there's another part of it. So there's a part of it from their point of view which I do understand as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play the second part of it. Because obviously they've stopped him. You can see that they've stopped him.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. 2 things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
So he says you're not wearing your seatbelt, which is a fair reason to pull someone over, and he says you haven't got your lights on, and the driver said, well, it's daylight. So I've never heard of a rule where you have to have your lights on in the daylight. So that's the first thing. But then it continues. So you watch this. Watch how it continues.
I don't need the lights, and it's not raining. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement.
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
735. I'm property driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
step out of the vehicle.
I think this is the part where it starts becoming a bit erratic, because he says, step out the vehicle. He says, no. Step out the vehicle, no. Then shuts the door. Now, once you've done that, now you're in unknown territory. Because now you're in a situation where now you're resisting arrest. That's now what you're doing. You're uncooperative. He's asked you to step out the vehicle. You said no, and then shut your door. So you barricaded yourself inside now. Now, I think at this point now, it's because he says to him, show us your driver license and that, and he says, call your supervisor. So it's already like, okay. Sometimes I've got a bedroom that's difficult for no reason. Sometimes you can be difficult for no reason. And I feel like at this point, he's probably irritated already. And he's like, call your supervisor. Now, if that's a legal protocol, because I don't know if it is or isn't. If that's a legal protocol that you're allowed to ask that, the police are supposed to abide by the rules as well. You got to abide by the rules. If someone says, call your supervisor, and you're allowed to say that, you go call your supervisor. You're not allowed. The police are human beings, so they're obviously allowed to be irritated, but you still have to follow the law. Now, I think it's an issue now that the driver has decided to close his door. I think now we're in uncharted territory now. I feel like once you've closed your door and said you're not coming out the car, I'm not showing you anything, you're uncooperative, I think you're in uncharted territory, because if there's no reason for you not to just, because me personally, once the police officer starts saying things, I really don't have time to be talking to police. I've dealt with police for a long time. Once it gets to a certain point, I just cooperate and I go about my business. I ain't got time to be battling with police officers. I've got one bedroom that battles with them every time. He keeps us there for, one time we were there for over an hour. And he's arguing with them, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm like, brother, I need to get out of here. I ain't got time for this. So it just depends on the character and what you're going through day to day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get back to the video anyway, because you'll start to see what actually happens.
Outside for not the night for the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
Obviously, he's reporting what happened.
Yep.
So now he's talking to the officer through the car. He's shouting at the officer, "What? Call your supervisor. Why are you pulling me over? What's your reason?" Now, once you shut the door and you're talking to him through there, the police officer's not going to start cooperating with you. Like like I say, you're in a different zone now. He's not going to start cooperating with you. He's not going to start answering your questions and all of that. What? It's like, bro, you had the door open. Asked you why you open your door. You said because your window doesn't work. Okay, fine. So let's have a conversation about it now. Now all of a sudden you're talking about closing your door. I'm not coming out the car. Now you're in a different zone, isn't it?
Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. Okay.
Personally, I don't think this officer is actually being that bad. I think he's being all right. I don't think he's being that bad so far. I think he's talking in a calm manner. I think he's just talking to him, saying, listen, keep your arms where I can see them. You close the door now. Your car's tinted. I don't know what's going on. So I don't think this officer in particular is being that bad. But I think other officers are now irritated by the situation. You're waiting around long. And this happens a lot of the time to a lot of people, where officers are not in the mood anymore. And then you get the wrong end of the stick. This happens all the time. This is normal. I don't think that these videos, I know this is a normal. It's just that he just started to record it. And they had a black, what's his name? TK. His name is TK Walters. Came out and one of their police officers that came out and did a statement and said, oh, he was resisting arrest, and obviously going to send out the black guy to talk on a black incident, obviously to try and appeal to the black people. But it's not going to work. But the fact of the matter is, I do feel like at this point, the driver, he's got to be a bit cleverer than this. He's got to be a bit cleverer than this. I think now, unless you're hiding something, I don't know. But now you're at the point of, what do you want police to do now? But I'll get back to the video anyway. Let me get back to the video.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window.
So he does warn him they're going to break the window. He said he has said to him, your last warning to come out and break the window. Right now you're resisting. So he has said it a couple of times, to be fair.
Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need it.
No, he's under arrest.
Hey, how long is on the first step?
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
At this point, I don't know why he's not coming out of the car and he's not opening the door. I don't understand. I don't know I don't know what he's doing. Like, see me, by now I would have been cooperating a long time. Or if you're hiding something or there's an issue, I don't know. It's not going to end well from this point. So you either need to get out of there, which I'm not advocating for, or you need to do more than just sitting in the car waiting. Like, you sitting in the car, said I'm not coming out the car. That's not going to do anything. But I know he's recording in his car. So you're recording in your car, but I don't know what you're resisting for. That's my thing. Most time people are resisting, they don't want to get searched or they don't want you to enter their car. I'm not sure what he's resisting for at this point, but we'll keep it going.
Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
So they are, to be fair, I hadn't seen this previously. I hadn't seen this before. So now I've seen it. They're definitely asking him countless times. And they're not, I wouldn't say they've been overly aggressive yet. But obviously the end result ends up them being way too aggressive. But at this point, I think the driver's now, he's probably just prolonging this too much. He's just being he's battling for no, unless he's hiding something. If he's hiding something, you can always understand why someone's resisting. But if you're not hiding anything and you're just proving your point, this is pointless. That's how I see it anyway. But yeah, let's get back into it.
Yes.
Put the window down.
Correct.
Try to talk to
Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess,
when he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door, my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
So at this point, I think the police officers are being fair, and I think they're having a conversation with him through the window now. Now, this is obviously the video that I showed at the beginning where another officer gets irritated. But at this point, I think they're all being fair. I think the police officer's being fair. I think the driver, I think he prolonged it a bit, but he's being fair now. And they're having a conversation. He said he didn't give me a reason why he's pulling me over. He did. He said he wasn't wearing a seatbelt and you didn't have your headlights on. I think the headlights is nonsense. It's daytime. Didn't have your seatbelt on. Fair enough. But you can just deal with this as it goes. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a big thing. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it ends anyway. We know how it ends. But
he said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights.
Okay, that's so.
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law
Yeah,
up?
when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
the punch to the face, yeah, is an assault. Like the punch to the face from the police officer is assault now. But there's no reason for you to be punching him in his face. That could be assault. If I'm in court and I'm a judge or I'm the jury or anything, that is assault. What are you punching him in his face for? What are you punching him in his face for? He's back down with his arm to his side. Yes, he's resisting. You can arrest him for resisting. You're punching him. So obviously you're irritated now. So you hitting him, that's now assault, as far as I'm concerned. There's no two ways about it. You assaulted him.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now. All right. No, get on the ground.
That second punch now, when you're all grabbing him out and everyone's grabbing him and all of that, and that give him like an uppercut. To me, now you're in terrible territory now. You're assaulted him. I might go far. ABH, GBH. You see me? You're doing too much now. Yes, he's resisted for a little while. Yes, you can arrest him for resisting, or you can charge him for resisting or give him a big fine or whatever you want to do, especially if you don't find anything in the car. All of this stuff now where you're beating him up. All this beating up business. The breaking the window, I think that you took too long to open the car. So I can understand why they broke your window, because they don't know what's in the car. You could do anything. America's crazy over there. So you could just grab up anything, pick up anything, start doing anything. Once you've broken the window, I understand that. Now you're punching him. So now it's like, and not only that, he had his hands, he went like this. He had his hands like that. Now it's assault. Simple as that to me, really. I don't see any any other way for it to be other than assault.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
I don't know what
you. Push my hands behind my back. I was on.
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. What's going on, man? You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No, yes, bro. Yes. That's a lawful reason, bro. You look on the phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro.
And I'm just trying to have a regular conversation with y'all, bro.
That's how it works.
So that's really the video. Like they kind of go back and forth a little bit. And so overall, my thoughts on it overall, I think the police did a little bit too much. I'm not too sure why. They obviously were irritated with him, so they did a bit too much to me. So you're on assault charges as far as I'm concerned. And I think the driver, I think you've got to just comply at a certain point, especially if you're not hiding anything. Like, I'm not sure what it is you're battling for. I don't know what you're battling for. Once you've got into a certain position and you're there, you've closed the door, you've locked it, you barricaded yourself in the car was locked. It's like, what do you think police officers are going to do? What do you expect them to go from here? Where do you expect them to go? There's nowhere they can go. It's impossible for them to do anything. What are they meant to do now? You've locked yourself in the car. They're asking you questions. You're talking to them from behind the car. So of course they're going to break the window. But the fact of the matter is, you've created an issue, and the police officers have also created an issue. They're now on you. You'll be on assault charges if it was my thing, because as far as I'm concerned, you don't need to, especially when you got out the car, especially when they got 3 or 4 of you on him, and then one of them just decides to uppercut him. I'm not saying all of the police officers are going to get assault charges, but definitely the one that uppercutted him on the outside of the car is getting an assault charge without a shadow of a doubt, because you don't need to be uppercutting him at that point. So that's my take on it. I feel it was a very avoidable situation, and I feel like it's just a shame that, because anyone that's had dealings with the police over the years, we've all had issues. But me personally, I try my best to stay away from police as much as possible. Like, I don't like dealing with them at all. I try my best to stay away from them. 9 times out of 10, I have no issues because I've got nothing to hide. So when they're there, I'm like, yeah, no problem. They know my name. They know all of that already. So they do this, we do their check, whatever. Have a good day. I go about my business. Once you start doing the antagonizing thing, and like one of my bedrooms always does, you start doing the antagonizing thing, it makes everything worse, and 10 times it heightens everything. And I think that's what we've got to try and stop doing. Like, the relationship between the normal guy and the police it's never been good, and I don't think it's gonna get that. It's not that good. It's not gonna get much better. It's gonna get to a certain point maybe, but it's not gonna get that much better. So I feel like we've got to try and stop antagonizing, because at the end of the day, we're never gonna win this battle. And he might win a legal battle potentially and get an assault charge. He might win that. He might get some compensation or whatever. But at the end of the day, you've gone viral. Your card broke, like all of this stuff. You're going to be on their little hit list, because that's what police do. Every time you get away with something, they're going to come after you in some sort of way. So I don't know, man. I think this situation was really avoidable, and it's a shame that it's another viral video of something negative. There's never anything positive online when it comes to the police dealing with us. There's never anything positive. But yeah, that's my take on it, man. That's just my little take on it, and I feel like I try to give both sides of it, but actually what I actually believe. And I feel like we need to do more to try and build that relationship a bit more, because this relationship is wrong. The relationship between police and the normal guy, if it's going to stay like where it is, we're constantly going to lose this battle. And we've got to figure out a way to not be losing this battle unnecessarily. We're always losing this battle unnecessarily. We're battling for no reason. Half the time, most people are in problems. Yeah, the police have got nothing to do with our problems. Our problems are our problems. The police are always going to come and give us ag. That's what happens. If we're involved in certain things, the police are going to come and give us ag. That's their job. That's what they do. Stop expecting favors from police. I've stopped expecting favors from any police officer a long time ago. So I don't have personal issues with police officers because I've stopped expecting favors from them. Your job is to try and come and antagonize and create chaos where we are, and that's just the way it is. So now when I get stopped by police, I just cooperate and I go about my business. Like I say, if there's certain people that can't cooperate because they've been involved in certain things or they've got certain things around them at the time, we all know that that's the situation, and you're gonna have to deal with it as you deal with it there and then. But I think this guy in particular didn't have anything that he needed to be avoided, so I'm not quite sure what he was avoiding. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, man, that's my take on it and my situation. Make sure you like and subscribe and all of that good stuff.